National Football League is on the air. Folks are fired up as their guys are ready. Brandon Gaudin and Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here.
They were last week as they put it together in every phase. Good offense.
Visitors from north of the border. They were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back.
Now you've got to band together your team the
first time. And they will be.
I thought he played fairly well overall. The numbers won't knock your socks off. 2 touchdown passes and an interception. The bottom line, though, they lost.
Yeah.
How does he eliminate that one interception?
28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
It's a pickup.
But bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
So that'll back them up 5. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And his throw is going to be incomplete. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Complete.
14 yards on the play as they pick up the first.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. He's got his man, T.J. Hockenson. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. And this, I mean, it's certainly something to watch out for. He is not afraid to call his own number on plays like that. And here he takes it for good yardage.
And we know this defense prepared all week for this, but sometimes when you see it in person, it's a whole different ball game. And all that preparation, it goes right out the window.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. So that run gets them about halfway home.
Yeah, it's now 2nd and goal. The end zone beckons. It looms. They can do whatever they want. Full playbook. Run it again, or they can go play action and try to put it in that way.
And he will push his way forward down to about the 3-yard line. Trying to finish off this opening drive. From the 3, this is 3rd and goal. He'll look to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
That's what you're going to need to do against those big receivers. You got to get in there and get physical with them. That time he got in close, got in tight, and knocked the ball away.
it through. And the opening drive of the game yields 3.
Oilers, nothing.
Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And leading them, Charles, their quarterback, their field general.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play.
That was a terrific play, causing a loss. As a middle linebacker, simple. You can either fill holes or you can attack them, as he did there.
2nd and 14. He'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
That'll be caught. It's Steven Sims, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 11 more on that one, and another first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. Now throwing on first down and completing it. 7 yards, the pickup there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he get a good head of steam going.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line.
He was brought down at the 45-yard line. Brings up 3rd down.
They'll try to pick up the first with Eckler. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Able to get what they need to keep the drive going with a 6-yard pickup on 3rd down.
Well, partner, what do you think? Might have been 4-down territory if they didn't pick it up, but...
Yeah, it's a moot point now. I was curious, so if they didn't get it there, would they have gone for it? I guess we'll never know.
Yeah, we didn't have to make that call, but I have a feeling both of us would have said, go for it.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 75 yards, and a touchdown.
Well, watching the film, we saw that things clicked pretty well for them in the running game last week. No reason to change in my mind. Continue to try and run the football, give it to him early and often in hopes of breaking down the defense so some bigger gains result as the game goes on.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. And to give this time to the tailback. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. Now whistles here, and we've got a man down. Man down on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Nice throw there by the second-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play he would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to a second and sometimes third progression. That was a nice play.
The extra point splits the uprights, and that makes it a 7-3 lead. Kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This taken in about 4 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Back onto the field comes this offense, ready for their second drive. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, a little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
For Galladay, you take a look at the numbers from last week. 5 catches, 65 yards.
And I'd certainly expect them to use him quite a bit because he runs excellent routes.
And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. After 7-3 the score on EA Sports. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll get about 3 here as he's out to the 30. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. Do you like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
It'll be a net of 40 yards following a punt at 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. So now we get set to see Houston for their second drive of the ball game. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Well, this throw caught left side. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Well, remember, they tried to give him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time, they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense going to have to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. 12 yards there and a first down. His first carry of their second drive, pretty solid. And, of course, remember back to their first drive, really strong throughout that one.
Not only is he getting good blocking up front, but how about his vision to find the holes? And he's seeing things before they even open and hurdling through them.
Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. They'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be second and a couple.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up second and
on second down, Eckler. And he's going to be taken down with a marker on the field. So let's see about the call. The whistle against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block it'd be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
Out of the gun, Eckler running it, trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He gets it to Brown, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down. They'll run out of the gun with Eckler. This will be a 5-yard pickup as they move it from the 20 to the 15.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side. Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running.
And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Antonio Gibson, his second touchdown on the season. And his guys are going to add on to their lead. What a great drive that was. A long drive, sustained, well executed.
I love what we're seeing out of him here in year 2, right? This young quarterback continues to evolve and grow. He's really the adage right now that John Wooden, the famous basketball coach, used to say. Be quick, but don't hurry. You can see that everything is happening for him, but he's not taking it at a pace that he can't sustain.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Takes this about 5 yards deep, and this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. They trail now 14-3, an 11-point deficit as they start things out with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Brings up 2nd and 2.
They run with Edwards, and he'll be brought down right around the 37.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down, keep the sticks moving.
And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40.
Tackle made by
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
On the pickup, it's 2nd and 8 at the 40-yard line.
And they'll try to run the option here. They'll bottle up. It's out. It's loose. And this is picked up by the defense.
Another day,
Nobody's going to bring the fumble back for a touchdown. Huge play by the defense, not only to force the fumble, obviously, but to return it for a touchdown.
And I know it's no fun for anyone who plays offense, but isn't it fun to see how a defense rallies when there's a fumble return?
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish.
And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield. Darrell Taylor able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. They were trying to set up that screen, trying to get that screen to formulate. Took too long.
He ends up taking a sack, and that leads you to a couple of other questions. Number 1, why don't you just get rid of the football near the screen guy so that you don't take an interception? But really, the big one, they just took everything away, and he was really kind of flummoxed on that play and ended up taking the sack.
Time for our first check of the NFL scoreboard. Now, you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. Jameis Winston leading the charge offensively. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll start with the option play, and they'll give to Eckler. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. The CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield. But also, when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast, the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. but they'll get it back.
Intended for Austin.
So a line of scrimmage, still the 39 on 2nd and 10. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. The last catch nearly got him a first, but it did not, and they'll try to convert on 3rd and inches. That is going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. His kick is absolutely perfect. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that. And we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of the half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
At their own 20.
Kenny Golladay making his way back onto the field with the rest of this offense. They've got to be thinking, how can we get him a little bit more involved here? Second quarter, you're down, and really, he's been out of the mix.
I would agree with that, and oftentimes you hear, well, we're just taking what the defense is giving us, but sometimes that's just not good enough. Sometimes you have to take what you want, and that means getting him the football.
Yeah, so far just a single catch in this game. Open man, he's got him, the tight end Hockenson. They'll contain him to just 4, 2nd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
And this time they'll just keep this on the ground. And he will perhaps get back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And time has run out on this first half. So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks. And welcome in everybody to our EA Sports Halftime Report. Time for a look around the NFL here in Week 3 of the new year. We'll start across the Atlantic in London, England. And it's the Black Knights who have the lead. Gardner Minshew having as hot a start as you can. 4 first-half touchdown passes. From there, it's off to Chicago. Check on the Bears at home at Soldier Field. And they trail that one over the visiting Green Bay Packers. Aaron Rodgers, a touchdown pass there. Lastly, let's head up to the Twin Cities to check in on the Vikings at home in Minneapolis. And this one going the visitors' way as the Texans have the lead in that one. Brandon Cooks, a touchdown reception. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the second half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter. To throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field. Running on first down, Eckler. Trey Flowers there on the tackle.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Once more, here's Eckler. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Absolutely love the effort there. The ability to flow from his inside spot and stop that one at the line of scrimmage. Nice linebacker play.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. They can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's fourth down. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not. But there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away. Offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield. And you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
First down and 10 at their own 25.
Toronto's offense ready to take over. And just looking ahead, it would appear that that bye week is coming at the right time. They'll have 2 weeks to chew on this one, though probably not one that they want to chew on. A poor performance from start to finish. They'll come out throwing here on first down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That catch good for only a couple.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam coming out of the backfield, it could turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And he's going to have the hook up here with Herring. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run.
A 28-yard gain. And the Toronto first down.
Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up third down. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And what are the whistles for? Timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete. They were going for a consolation TD, but it was not to be. And time has run out now on this game. So Houston going to come away here with the victory. And you look back over the score sheet, interesting. A very clean game, no turnovers by either side.
An absolute rarity when we watch games now because defenses have put such an emphasis on taking the ball away. Well, what we saw here was offenses spending their time saying, look, you know they're coming for it. Ball security is paramount. So they worked on that, not just a week of practice, but I'm sure all during training camp. Make sure when you have it, tuck it away because danger lurks everywhere you turn.
So for the home team here, it's back-to-back victories now after the Week 1 defeat as they move to 2-1. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Cleveland Browns. Meanwhile, for our visitors, they'll fall to 1-2. And they'll get the extra week to think about this one as they return to action in 2 weeks' time. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.